Hey everyone, my name's Kevin Hanlon. I go by Skyburial on Nugget Bridge and Twitter, and you're watching my VGC 2016 laddering series, Spire to the Sky. We might actually not get to publish today's episode because my internet's been cutting out intermittently. The reason being that my power has been cutting out intermittently, and I have yet to switch my my account over to my new address, and I can't report the outage or the intermittent outages. So yeah, that might prevent us from getting done what we need to get done today. However, we're gonna go ahead and hop on the ladder and try to make this as quick as possible. Looking at probably the I would say this is at most the third to last episode of Spire to the Sky. And we'll of course mark the last one as the season finale and whatnot. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying these last couple of days of Battle Spot, and you know, we're gonna keep content coming for you guys. Don't think that this is the death of the channel. I know that this is definitely our most high volume series, and we get matched up against another VGC player, which is great. Oh, and he's using a Rashamati's team, so that's really cool. I haven't really figured out how I like to counter this team yet. I know that the Yveltal is max speed, and I know that it has a hard time dealing with Xerneas in general, especially if it's got like a crafty shield Smeargle next to it. So I think we can go ahead and just bring this Smeargle out. Actually, I think I like Weavile. We can have Smeargle and Rayquaza in the back. Just taking a look at that. Looks pretty good. I like that a lot. I think that he'll be forced to kind of focus on my Weavile just because it threatens so much of his team. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Yeah, Xerneas is definitely a mandatory pick on against a team like this that has like all the sucker punch options, and I think he probably brings Kangaskhan. Yeah, I'm still figuring out. Oh, okay, so he doesn't leave Jumpluff, so that's really, really good. I think that I will give him a choice here, so I will go ahead and, well, I think I will protect and fake out the Kangaskhan. No, I hate fake out protect turns. I think I will Geomancy and fake out the Yveltal, because I don't want to get knocked off, and in the worst case scenario we just trade fake outs. He might protect, in which case we will Icicle Crash him next turn. Okay, so he protects with Kangaskhan, so that's really interesting. So we're definitely going to get this Geomancy off. It looks like he went for a super aggressive knockoff. I should be saying she, sorry. She definitely has a female avatar, so we're going to assume that she's a she. Alright, so we're looking really, really well poised right now. So yeah, I feel okay about this. Let's see. We'll go ahead and go for a good old-fashioned Dazzle, and I think that just to make sure that it gets KO'd, I will knock off the Kangaskhan. Okay, so Yveltal's going down this turn. And no, he goes for a Double Sucker. Okay, bad play, but yeah, I mean, especially against a Xerneas, especially against a bulky Xerneas. So yeah, So Yveltal goes down, that's good. No more Dark Aura boosted Sucker Punches, so that's great. And I don't think this will KO. It doesn't quite KO. But we can Feint next turn, so that's good. I think actually what I'm going to do if he brings in like Jumpluff. Okay, so he brings in Thunderous. Alright. So I think I will Protect and Feint. If he Thunder Waves my Weavile, then that's actually a big advantage. So, yeah, I feel great about that. Okay, cool, so we're just going to take out this Kangaskhan. So that's great. For those of you who don't know, Feint breaks through Protect. So that's kind of the big deal of running it. It breaks Protect so that if your opponent tries to outmaneuver you, then you can get like a big thing off. So I think I'm also going to Feint this next turn and go for a Dazzling Gleam and a Feint. That gives us pretty much like a near guaranteed victory as long as I don't get like full paralysis. So that's like a 30% chance, and if that happens, then I think we still live a Precipice Blades, so I feel okay about that. And then, yeah. So we'll Dazzle here and go for that nice little Feint to break a Sash. Okay, let's see if we get the full para. I'm probably jinxing myself. Okay, we don't get the full para, so that's great. We're going to deal a huge amount of damage to this Groudon and take out the Thunderous. Oh, we didn't take out the Thunderous. Okay, so that might be a little bad. And Groudon erupts, so I feel okay about that as well. Takes us down to Sash, but doesn't deal significant damage to my Xerneas. He's definitely within range of a Dragon Ascent at this point, so I feel pretty good. I think I will Icicle Crash the Thunderous and Dazzle. And if he like swaggers me, then I take out his Thunderous, and he's facing down a Rayquaza with his Groudon. So feeling really good about that. Yeah, I mean, I was a proud user of Yveltal for a really long time. It's definitely my favorite Pokemon in the format. I just think that bulky Xerneas kind of ruins its day. You spend a lot of your calcs kind of banking on a fast Xerneas, and I think that right now the meta has caught up to Yveltal. It definitely had like a large turnout at US Nationals and didn't really perform up to snuff. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and take out this Thunderous, and yeah, we've pretty much got the game locked up at this point. So I think we still get to keep our Xerneas because that Eruption is spread. Yep, it sure is. And if we get full para this turn, it doesn't even matter. So, and we don't get full para, so we can take it out with an Extreme Speed next turn. So I think we're probably just going to... Oh, and we just take it out with the Dazzle. We get a crit. That didn't matter. Alright, cool. So this might put us into... Well, it'll put us really close to the 1700s, so feeling awesome about that. And we're only at 8 minutes, so I think we've got time for a second battle. But if not, and the power goes out again, then the power goes out again, and we just call it a single battle. So we'll go ahead and carry on. Carry on then, yeah. Alright. Yeah, Xerneas Weavile is quickly becoming like a favorite of mine. As I'm sure you can tell, it's kind of my go-to lead. So yeah, it's just a blast to use. Alright, cool. So we're very likely going to go into the 1700s with this next battle unless we get paired way, way down, which isn't out of the question. So, pretty pumped. Also, I'm assuming that player was pretty alright, so it was good to come out on top of that one. I actually felt really good about bringing the Weavile because, it was really hard, if memory serves me right, for that particular build of Arash's team to deal with. And so it's like kind of like the one thing that you don't want to see on teams, because the jump bluff can outspeed Xerneas in the sun, and you know, all this stuff. So oh, we're getting matched up against SapphireMiku. I think I saw him on Aaron Zheng's channel a couple days ago, so this is really cool. We got paired up, and this will take us into the 1700s if we win. So I definitely want to do this right. The Ludicolo is a little intimidating. I think that I want to lead Rayquaza and Weavile, just because I feel that it adequately handles anything that he can throw at me. He's obviously not going to bring Mawile and Salamence, so he can't, like, cycle Intimidate rapidly, and so because of that, I feel okay with this. I think that he's got a lot of answers for Xerneas, but it's still pretty good, and I think that Landorus is also a solid option. He doesn't have a Smeargle, so... Maybe we bring Smeargle and Landorus, or we could bring Smeargle and Xerneas. Those are my choices. Okay, so let's think about this. So he's got... Yeah, we're gonna bring Smeargle and Xerneas. I want to be able to cycle take out pressure. I think I value it more than Intimidate against this team, so, Gyarados would have also been a decent option. I don't know if my power went out. I'm definitely... Okay. That was weird. It's not every day you see that, so let's see what he leads. Oh man, this is looking like bad news bears. I hope that the connection problem is on my opponent's end and not mine. But we shall see. Okay, so he leads with Kyogre and Ludicolo. So we are going to nullify his weather advantage. So that's looking pretty solid. I think that on this turn, just because of the nature of Ludicolo, I actually want to Dragon Ascent the Ludicolo. And I'll fake out the Kyogre. Do I like that? Yeah, because he could like switch in his Salamence. So we just want to cover our bases. Okay, so he doesn't switch anything out. So we're gonna go ahead and see whether he decides to fake out my my Rayquaza or my Weavile. If he fakes out my Weavile, he breaks my Sash. So there's that. Okay, and he fakes out my Ray. Okay, so we kind of went parity there. And that's fine. I think on this turn, what I do is I Dragon Ascent the Kyogre and knock off the Ludicolo. Or do I want to feint the Kyogre so that it can't protect? Man, this is hard. Still got the Sash intact, so I will go ahead and protect and knock off. Okay, so he's withdrawing Kyogre, so I feel okay about that. He's bringing in Bronzong. Okay, cool. Okay, and he's bringing in Groudon or Salamence? Mawile. Okay. I'm really glad I protected. Holy cow. So I will go ahead and, just so that he can't reset the weather on me, I'll go ahead and bring in Smeargle on this turn. He brought a lot of threat against my Xerneas, so I'm going to have to be very, very mindful of that. I think if you're my opponent, you switch out into Kyogre and set up Trick Room here. Yep, thought so. Okay, because yeah, I can't overheat if he's got Kyogre out, so, I wish I had Wide Guard. That's looking pretty hot right now. So the question is, what do? Oh, we get an evasion boost. That's pretty great, actually. So I'll go ahead and Dark Void this turn, and I'll knock off the Bronzong again. I think I can take it out. Do I want to preserve Fake Out pressure? I kind of do. But I also... my legends are both very, very important right now. Yeah, I'll knock off the Bronzong. My Weavile's not going to survive this turn. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Ray. Weavile will be important to maintain pressure during the Trick Room turns. So, okay, so he's going for a Gravity Origin Pulse. And Smeargle avoids, fantastic. So we're gonna get some sleep, which is good. And Rayquaza's gonna resist this, so that's also very good. Awesome, let's see what goes to sleep and what doesn't. Okay, cool, so that turn could not have gone more perfectly. I think we're looking awesome right now, and we get a speed drop, so that gives us an advantage in Trick Room for now. I'll go ahead and Dark Void again to put anything that switches into sleep, and we'll overheat the Bronzong. Okay. So what's important right now is that we maintain pressure. So it's important to note that we want to get through Trick Room. Our Xerneas is pretty slow, so that's going to consist of putting the brakes on his steel types and kind of slowing down that Kyogre so that it doesn't get something big off during its advantageous turns. Okay, so Bronzong is asleep, so we're going to take it out. Of course, it has to do its first sleep turn, so yeah. Feeling okay. So I think, regardless of what he brings in, which I think is going to be Ludicolo, I am going to, let's see what we get. Accuracy Rise. And Special Defense Drop. Okay, so we haven't lost our Evasion boost yet, so that's looking okay. Alright, so if I'm my opponent here, I Fake Out and then Ice Beam the Rayquaza slot, so I will go ahead and switch in my Weavile. Nah, I want to keep Smeargle in, and I will Dark Void and switch Weavile in, and then I think on the following turn I will Fake Out the Kyogre and Dark Void. Okay. Okay, so he fakes out Smeargle. Okay, so we might get like a huge Origin Pulse off here. Okay, and his Kyogre stays asleep, so that's good. Let's see what Moody boosts we get. Alright, so we get a Special Attack Raise and a Defense Drop. Okay, so we're still looking okay. We're still looking pretty okay. A lot of stuff can still miss. So I think I will fake out this Kyogre and Dark Void. My opponent can't switch right now, so that's alright. Our Smeargle might still underspeed, and it doesn't, so we get to put the Ludicolo to sleep, I think. I hope. Yeah, okay, cool. So, and he doesn't have a way to set up Trick Room again, so maybe we see Kyogre wake up this turn, and it stays asleep, so that's cool. And Trick Room expires, so also very cool. And we get another evasion boost, but we lose a little bit of our accuracy increase, so that's alright. I think on this next turn, what I will do is I will switch Weavile back out and maybe follow me. Yeah, switch Weavile into Xerneas. Do I like Xerneas? I do. I think that Xerneas is the more reasonable switch in, if you will. He doesn't want to switch anything in right now because I can put it to sleep. So we're just going to follow me away any Ice Beams that he might have tried to take down my Ray with. And it goes for an Origin Pulse, and Smeargle avoids, so that's good. This will do a good chunk of damage to Xerneas, but the rain's down, so... and Smeargle doesn't avoid this Scald, so yeah, it takes it out. For sure. So something worthy of note... Oh, so he loses Gravity too, so that's good. We can go ahead and fake out the Kyogre and go for a Geomancy. And Ludicolo is pretty slow right now, so we got the turns that we needed to in Trick Room, which I feel really good about. I really worry against teams like this. I think that if he brought his Groudon, his positioning would have been significantly better, but maybe my Landorus scared him away. And I did have my Gyarados as well, and that tends to be a bit of a bad time for Groudon. So yeah, our plan here now is pretty straightforward. We just set up a deer, and yeah, so he switches into Mawile, of course. That is the best thing to do in situations like this. I have no way to slow it down, so it's very likely that he could use it to take out my Xerneas with a single Iron Head in a yeah, he could easily take out my Xerneas with an Iron Head, so I've got to play around this Mawile and maintain my weather advantage, and yeah, that's going to be a little tricky considering that this Ludicolo has an Assault Vest. Okay, don't burn. Okay, cool. So I think on this turn, what I will do is I will knock off the Ludicolo. I hope he doesn't bring Kyogre back in the Ludi slot, and I'll protect. Okay, so he Megas Mawile, so that's good. He can't intimidate our Rayquaza. And so he doesn't switch anything out, so that's big. I'll go ahead and protect Zern here. He's probably going to go for an Iron Head. We'll knock off his Assault Vest, that's great. So now he can't live a Dazzling Gleam. So that's big. Okay, so Weavile's going to go down this turn, and that's great. The reason that's good is because he's not going to want to switch his Kyogre into a Dazzling Gleam. So he might do that anyway. And if that's the case, what do I want to do? Yeah, I feel like he does want to get the weather advantage to protect his Mawile. I also don't think that it can live in extreme speed in a Dazzling Gleam, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. because I don't want my Rayquaza going down to a Sucker Punch. I'm feeling really, really good about my positioning here. Should I feel really good? I don't want to get cocky, but this is a free turn for me. Like, regardless, this is a free turn for me. So, I'm either going to get big damage up against this Kyogre, or put the Mawile within Moonblast range. Actually, I think the Mawile's already within Moonblast range. Okay, so he protects his Mawile. That's fine. We're going to take out his Fake Out Pressure, so that's good. So now he knows my game plan, which is, once again, fine. I've got nothing to lose by doing the same thing next turn. I have, like, full Life Orb availability, as it were. Yeah, so I can't overheat them all well, which I think he's probably happy about. But I'll still Extreme Speed it and go for a Dazzle. I don't think that I have anything to lose from that. Yup, Xerneas is looking to be in really good range, or in really good health. So maybe Dragonascent them all while, actually. Because Xerneas is already set up, so it's looking pretty good. And we'll Dazzle. Really, really love this team. I might still lose here if something crazy happens, but I mean, these are 100% accurate moves. So, okay, so his Kyogre protects, so this combo is going to be absolutely free. And he doesn't Sucker Punch my Ray, so that's looking pretty hot. Okay, show me a really solid one here, Rayquaza. I want to see you win. Okay, cool. So we get it. Sweet. Alright, so this game is ours. I'm going to queue up a little bit more music here. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just start this again. Alright, cool. So the game is won. My opponent might be disconnecting here. Let us see, let us see. Did I disconnect? Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Don't disconnect on me. Okay. So I think that means that he disconnected. Let's see. Take me back to the blue screen. Take me back to the blue screen. Okay, cool. So we didn't disconnect, so that's really good. I might have rage quit there as well, but I'll give my opponent the benefit of the doubt and say that he probably just had internet issues. We were definitely seeing some stuff at the beginning of that battle, so you know, I had it won though. So hopefully he got to see that I had it won, so that he doesn't think that he like misplayed or that he lost purely due to the internet. Yeah, so we are going to start off the next episode in the 1700s, which is really cool. Looking at a very strong finish for this this season, and that's what I wanted to give you guys. So thanks for tuning in, and you're watching Spire to the Sky. And today's music was courtesy of Robert Ellis from the Treasure Adventure soundtrack and Galaxy Wolf. So yeah, stick around, look for more content. We're going to be playing the Sinnoh Classic a couple weekends from now, and we're going to be doing some VGC verses, so that should be pretty great. I'm talking to a couple different people about that, so I'm really, really excited for that, and then tour in August. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys, and yeah, goodbye.